ఐటీలో ఎంట్రీ కావాలా? ట్రైనీ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇంజనీర్ గా అజా కోడింగ్ ట్యూటర్ లో 2 వీక్స్ ట్రయల్ పీరియడ్ లో వెంటనే చేరండి.
Hello, my name is Srinivas. I have 20 years of experience both in real time as well as in teaching. So, in this session, today we will be discussing how to install Python, how to install PyCharm, and we learn some basics of programming language. Okay, let's start with how to install Python. So, if you want to install Python, first we have to go to the website called python.org. In python.org, there is one option called downloads button. So, click on this downloads button. When you click on this download button, this Python will be installed on your machine. Once you double click on that setup file, this screen will be open and you have to check this add python.exe to the path and click on this install now. And this Python will be installed on your machine. You will get a message called setup was successful, and then you just close this button. Click on this close button. After clicking on this button, now what you will do? We'll go to command prompt. If you want to go to command prompt, what you'll do here? Click on this CMD. Click on this CMD. Command prompt will open this, and come here. Just type here Python -version, and we'll get the version what we installed. So, we got this called Python 3.12.7, right. So, this is a way to install. There are installation steps. Now, after installing Python, next you should know how to write programs. So, to write programs, there are so many ways to write programs. Even we can write programs in Notepad also. Okay. So, go here Notepad, but Notepad is not, we won't write in Notepad, we will use some editors. Okay. So, there are so many editors. So, before learning editors, you should know the concept of IDE. What is IDE? Integrated Development Environment. And Integrated Development Environment is a toolbox. It's a toolbox, it's a software app that offers developers tools to write, debug, test and save developers a lot of time. So, we do this, when you use this IDEs, okay, you can write the code. Not only writing the code, we can debug the code, we can test the code, so that it saves developers lots of time. Okay, this means that you don't have to leave your IDE environment when working on your project. And IDE, that is Integrated Development Environment code, you get a compiler that converts code to platform specific mission instructions to compile and build executables. So, normally you won't get in all these things in Notepad. Okay, so you have to install these IDEs, and other IDE features include code completion, syntax highlighting, refactoring and version control. Okay, right. Now, to facilitate an easy way to write, edit and test code, IDEs come with graphical user interface. GUI, it will provide one GUI interface. For example, we have GUIs called, for example, there is one product called PyCharm. There is one IDE called PyCharm exclusive for Python, like just like IntelliJ we use for Java. Okay, IDE is very popular among developers because it makes program easy. You can write the program very easily. Here you don't have to shift between tools to debug, test or deploy. Everything will provide in one interface. If you want to debug, if you want to write, if you want to test, if you want to deploy your code, so only with one interface you can do all these things, right. And moreover, IDEs are very flexible and customizable. You can customize according to your need, and supports plugins for enabling developers to add more features on the fly, right. So, these are the features, these are the reasons why we have to develop, why we have to use this IDEs. For example, syntax highlighting, see all these things in coming classes practically we will understand all these things. Okay, and intelligent code completion, how to compile, how to test, how to debug, all these things practically we will see. Okay, now see, these are the IDEs, these are the different IDEs we have in the market. So, if we have Python owns ideally this default, you will get default, but we won't be working on this, we will be working on PyCharm. So, we have ideally PyCharm, VS Code, Spider, Tony, PyDev, Wing, Eric, Jupyter, so many IDEs we have in the market. So, we will be installing PyCharm here. So, if you want to install PyCharm, we have one website called jetbrains.com. So, go to jetbrains.com. I will show you. I'll go to Google. Just type here PyCharm Community Edition. Download. Okay. So directly it goes to this the first website. The first website is jetbrains.com, and here you get two options. One is professional. Okay. This professional is just 1 month. You can try for only 1 month. This is free for only 30 days. Okay. And for learners, for beginners, just go for this PyCharm Community Edition. So come to PyCharm Community Edition and click on this download button. Click on this download button. When you click on this download button, the file will be installed on your machine. So download the required package of or executable files official website from PyCharm. Okay, right. Now there are two options here. One is professional and one is PyCharm Community Edition. So choose this PyCharm Community Edition and click on this download button. Click on this download button. You will get this screen. Download the community package executable file onto your system and mention a destination. No need directly you can by default folder will be selected, and click on this next button. When you click on this next button, now it will start the installation. When you click on this install button, the software, this PyCharm will be installed on your machine. Okay. And last, this screen will come. Click on this finish button. Click on this finish button. After you install PyCharm, you can run it like any other programming, or you have installed. Open the start menu and in the search box. So come here, click on it PyCharm here. When you click on here in search, click on this PyCharm here. When you click on PyCharm, this screen will come. This is called a welcome screen. This is called welcome screen. So when screen comes, click on this a new project. Okay, to select this projects option, click on this new project. Click on this new project and look at this screen. Here all the default is name Python project. Okay, by default everything will be default. Click on this create button. When you click on this create button, okay, you will get this screen. You will get this screen. I'll show you. So what I'll do, I'll go to PyCharm here. See, there is one project here. So click on this, right click and click on this new and select Python file here. For example, what I'll do, I'll click on one file called test.py. Test.py, and py is a extension of Python. For java.java, for c.c, and for C++ the extension is .cpp. So same way for Python the extension is .py. So when you click on this enter button, this will be opened. So this is our first screen we will get. Okay. For example, I want to print something. For example, I want to print hello world. So what will you here? We'll use this function called. What are functions? Everything we'll discuss in coming session. Now I'll write something called hello world. HELLO, hello world. Right. After writing this program, there is one button called run button here. So when you click on this run button, you will get output here, hello world. So this is a way to install Python and PyCharm. Yes. Next topic is what? Today's topic is again, we'll start with the basics. Basics of Python programming. Basics of, see, when I say basics of Python programming, it is not to Python only, it can be C, C++, Java, JavaScript. You take any language in the world, the concepts are same. Okay. So first what we do, first we'll discuss about data. What is data? What is data? Second, what is data type? What is data type? And third, you must know what are the basic data types available in Python. what are the basic data types in Python. So we'll learn these three concepts. What is data? What is data type? And what are the basic data types in Python? So we'll start with data. What is data? Data is any information. Any information. For example, we'll take one student's data. Example, we'll take student's data. Example, for example, roll number. Roll number is information about student. Okay. For example, roll number is 100. Name of the student. Name of the student. For example, we'll take one Akhil, for example. Okay. Next, we'll take marks. How many marks this Akhil got? For example, he got 900 marks in engineering. Next is average marks. Average marks he got, for example, 90.50. Grade. Which grade he got? For example, he got A grade. So this is nothing but one data. This is a student's data. For example, I want to know what is the type of 100. What is the type of 100? Type of 100. 100. The type of 100 generally we say is a number. 100 is what? It's a number. It's a number. Generally we say number, but in computer science we say integer. Integer. And in short we say int. Yes, for example, Akhil. What is the type of Akhil? Type of Akhil is a string. Akhil is string. Okay. Generally we say it is string. So in short in Python we say str. Same way, what is the type of 90.50? The type of 90.50 is generally we say a number with a decimal point. Number with a decimal point. And in computer science we say as it's a floating point number. This 90.50 is called what? A floating point number. And in short we say float, float. What is the type of A? See, only one character. See, in C, C++, Java. In C, C++ or Java, okay. See, for example, there is only one character called, for example, A. See, A is called char or char. Where? In other languages. But same as in Python, if it is also single character, we call it as string only. A is also string. It is string. It's not character. There is no char data type in Python. Whereas we have C in C++, Java, we have char or char. But in Python, if it's one character also, it is string. Okay. A is string. B is string. Combination of A, B, C also string. C also string. Combination of A, B and C also call, it's a string. So there is no char data type in Python. We have string or what we'll say? We say is str. So grade A is also str. This Akhil also str. 100 is what? Int. And what is 900? It's also int. And what is 90.50? It is a floating point number. And in computers, there is one data. There is one data called true or false. There is one data called true or false. Either true or false. Okay. And this information will store in, there is one data type called Boolean data type. Boolean. And in Python, In short, we say bool. We say bool. Okay. So these are the basic, or we can say Python's basic data types. Either we can say basic, or we can say primitive data type. Primitive data types. What are they? For example, int, we have floating point number, float, and there is one more data type that comes under number, that is complex number. We won't discussing that much, but in coming classes, coming sessions, we'll discuss about these complex numbers. So these three comes under number. Under number, these are the three data types. One is int, one is float, and one is complex number. Other than number, we have str, and also we have bool data type. So these are the data types. Okay. So we understand what is data and what are the basic data types. So what is data type? What is the definition of type? What is the definition of Python and data type? Data type. So the type of data is known as data type. The type of data is known as data type. Example 100. The type of 100 is int. The type of Josh is str. The type of 10.50 is float, and the type of true or false, whatever, it is bool. These are the data types. Okay, right. Now, next very important concept. Any programming language, it can be C, C++, Java, JavaScript. There is a term called variable. So what is variable? Okay. For example, I want to add two numbers. I want to add these two numbers, 100 and 200. If you want to add these two numbers, what we'll do in computers, okay, in computer science programming, what we'll do, we'll store in one variable, 100. If you want to add these two numbers, we can't add like calculator, okay. In programming language, what we'll do, we'll declare variables. A, for example, I want to add 100 and 200. So I'll say A equals to 100, B equals to 200. And I want to add these two numbers, so I'll say C equals to A plus B. So A, comma B, comma C are called variables. Now we'll see the definition. What is variable? Variable is nothing but storage location area. Storage location area, or you can say it is reserved space in the memory. It is reserved space in the memory. In memory. For example, what will do here? I will say A equals to 100, B equals to 200, and I say C equals to A plus B. So what happens? This is our memory. This is our RAM. And when I say A equals to 100, what happens? Here in memory, a small block is created. The name of this block is A, and it is storing 100, for example. So here 100 will be there. This is a memory. Again, when I say B equals to 200, what happens? Another block will be created in the memory. The name of this block is B, and it stores 200. And when C equals to A plus B, what happens? Here one more block is created. One more block is created. The name of this block is C, and it stores A plus B. A plus B is nothing but 100 plus 200. 100 plus 200 is nothing but it is 300. So A, B and C are called variables. are called what? Variables. Okay, this is variables concept.